Hello, good morning, good morning, everyone. This is our lesson for this week. All right, our lesson for this day is word pairs. Okay, and we will be talking about word pairs, both in singular and plural. But before we do that, let's have some review. Okay, this is a review of our last week's lesson. And last week we talked about the Paal pattern. Okay, we know the Paal pattern. It is a word or a terminology used in Hebrew, which means simple. Okay, that's the meaning of Paal pattern. And as I have told you, there are different kinds of pattern which we will be studying on your Hebrew too. But you need to master Paal pattern because this is the very foundation of all of the study about verb. Okay, so last week we used shamar as our sample, and this is our pattern. Okay, this is our pattern. And as required, you have to remember, okay, what is the root word and what is the signal letter so that you can understand and you can easily conjugate or parse the verb according to its use using different what's that, the pronoun, the person, the number, the gender, and so on. Okay, so in this sample, okay, we have shamar. Okay, the root word is shamar. Okay, and then if we will conjugate this or if we will parse it, okay, this is shamarti, or which means I guarded, and then shamarta, which is you guarded. But let us use this. Okay, all right, so ani shamarti. Okay, ata shamarta. So for ani shamarti is I guarded. Ata is you guarded, masculine singular. Then at shamart, you guarded, feminine singular. And then who, okay, this is third person. Okay, shamar, he guarded. And then he, shamra, she guarded. Okay, how about the plural? Okay, the plural is anaknu, shamarnu, we guarded. Okay, atem. Okay, this is the second person for plural. Atem, shamartem, you guarded, masculine plural. Aten, shimarten. Okay, you guarded, feminine plural. So pay attention, there are some changes in the vowels. And then the third person, plural, hem, shamru. And then henna, okay, shamru. For hem, it is masculine. They guarded. And then henna, this is shamru. They guarded for feminine. Okay, which is our pattern. Okay, for shamra. Now, if the verb ends in hey, in Paal pattern, there are some changes. Okay, look at that. This is haya. So when you parse it, you will drop hey, the last hey, okay? And you will change it to tav. Okay, and then follow the same pattern, which is ti, ta, ta. Okay, like hayiti, I was. Because haya is a verb be. It's a linking verb. Hayiti, I was. Hayita, you were. Masculine, singular. Hayit, you were. Feminine, singular. Haya, he was. Okay, Haita, she was. Hayinu, we were. Hayitem, you were, masculine plural. Hayiten, you were, feminine plural. And hayu, they were, masculine or feminine plural. So there is a note here that the verb asa, ra'a, are conjugated very much like haya. All right, so this is very much, so it means the same thing. Ra'iti for ra'a, ra'iti, ra'ita, okay, and then ra'it, ra'a, rai, raita. All right. Okay, now you can see that from your chart that I have posted in your previous lesson. Okay, now another lesson that we have discussed last meeting was the direct marker object. Okay, the direct object marker at. Okay, so it says here, okay, so let's start reading the English. The king remembered a son. Okay, so this is indefinite. So it means you don't have to put et. Okay, Hamelek, Sakar, Ben. So this is the rule. If it is singular, indefinite, okay, you don't have to write the et. But look at the second sentence. The king remembered the son. So it means Hamelek, Sakar, et Haben. Okay, so this et, remember that this is Hamelek, this is Haben. So in order to distinguish where is the subject and where is the direct object, you have to put et in haben. Okay, so this will give us an idea that this is the direct object because of et. But look at the first sentence. Because Hamelek is a definite, okay, so it means it represents the subject. Okay, and then the ben here is the object. Okay, let's go to another sentence. You sent bread to Jerusalem, indefinite. Okay? Shakalta, oh sorry, shalakta, shalakta, lechem, Jerusalem. Okay? Jerusalem. Okay? Shalakta, lechem, Jerusalem. And then let us see the definite. You sent the bread. On the first sentence, you sent bread. Here, you sent the bread to Jerusalem. So definite. Shalakta et halechem. Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Okay. Shalakta et halechem. And then he guarded Jerusalem. He guarded Jerusalem. So since Jerusalem is a definite noun, it's a proper noun. Look at the proper noun. So it will automatically definite. So you will insert et. Okay. Who shamar et Jerusalem. All right. And then they remembered Abraham, hem sakru. Okay, hem sakru et Abraham. Okay, so let's analyze this. Look at this sentence. I sent the brothers. So look at the translation here. Look at the original Hebrew. Okay, it is the direct object that start the sentence. Okay, it is the direct object. Remember that in Hebrew, that is the reason why we have to find and understand the importance of, okay, the importance of direct object marker. Because if you don't know it, you will just translate it as the brothers I sent. Okay? The brothers I sent. But that is not the proper way in saying it in English. We normally started with the subject. Okay? Like here, shalakti. Shalakti. So we know that there is ani shalakti. So you will translate this as I sent shalakti. Okay? Et Haakim. Et Haakim, which means the brothers. Okay, so this is how you do it. Okay, so these are the vocabulary for our lesson 5. Okay, I will read them one by one, and I want you to pay attention for this. Okay, adonim. Okay, adonim is the plural. Okay, the English is Lord, Master, masculine. Okay, Adam. Okay, English, it could be a name of a person, or it could be a person, or mankind, general. It's masculine. And then gum, also. And then yad. Okay, yad is singular. Yadayim is plural. Of course, you have two hands. Okay, yadayim, hands, feminine. Okay, yada, yada. Okay, yod, dalet, ayin. Okay, but it is yada. It means no, no. And then key. It is that, because. Okay, look at this. This is almost similar in pronunciation. Coal, call. Okay, this is how you pronounce it. Call, or sometimes call. That's the same thing. All, every, the whole. And then look at the next. It is lebab. So whether it is leb or lebab, this is one translation. Same meaning, same thing. Heart, masculine. And then me, who. So if you ask a person, me ata, who are you? Okay, me, who? And then look at the name of a person, Moshe. Moshe, it's Moses in English. Allah. Okay, ayin, lamed, hey, Allah. It means go up, ascend. And then the next one is Rosh. Okay, Rosh, it means top, head, or leader. And look at the plural. Okay, okay, Rashim. There's a changes here. Rashim. Okay, Rashim. That's a plural. And then the next is Shalom. Okay, Shalom could be peace or completeness, masculine. That's why we the wholeness, or there is a shalom in your heart. It means there is peace. There is shalom, completeness and peace. All right, or wholeness. And then Shem is singular. Shemot is plural, and the meaning is names, masculine. Do you remember, for those of you who are taking Old Testament, okay, the title of Exodus in Hebrew is Shemot, because the first verse says, these are the names of the people that entered Egypt. So the title of the book of Exodus in Hebrew is Shemot. Okay, but in Septuagint, it became Exodo or Exodo. Then in English, it's Exodus. So the word lev and lebab or lebab are two different spelling of the same word. Two different spelling of the same word. Okay, call is pronounced as call, and coal is pronounced as coal. The verb Allah is conjugated like other verbs which end in hey. The exact spelling can be found in the verb spelling chart in Trigonometry, which I already posted in your classroom, in your materials last week, okay, your handouts last week. Okay, so let's continue the vocabulary. Okay, this is a vocabulary, okay, and you need to expand your vocabulary. You need to remember all of this because it will help you to be good in Hebrew. Okay, ohel, okay, ohalim, and then ohel. So this is tent, masculine. Ohel, and then ohel, ohalim. Ohalim is plural. And then ohel, this is word pairs, which we will discuss later. And then sahab. Sahab is gold, masculine. And then look at this, Yaakov. Okay, Jacob. This is Jacob. So pay attention to the vowels. Look at the vowels. Ya. And then look at the ayin. Okay, because there is a half vowel and the other and half vowel sheva. So the pronunciation of this is half silent, half um, uh, pronouncing. All right, Jacob. Okay, Jacob. Sometimes it is Yaakov, but it should be Jacob. That's why when translated in English, it became Jacob or Jacob, Jacob. Okay? Okay, so look at that. This does. Is does. Kohen, okay, is priest. The plural is Kohanim. Okay, so again, the pronunciation is Kohanim. Kohanim. Okay, and then Kohen. Kohen. All right, so the same thing. This Kohen is the word pairs. Okay, Kili, and then this is vessel, implement, dish, or masculine. But Kelim for plural, and then the word pair is Keli. Okay, and then midvar. Okay, midvar or midvar in word pair. Okay, what is the midvar? Wilderness, desert, masculine. And then what is the relevance of this midvar in our understanding of the Old Testament? This is the name of the book Census or Numbers. Okay, midvar in the wilderness. Okay, Bamidvar in our Torah. Okay, so makom. The next word is makom, which is place, masculine. And then the plural is mikomot. Mikomot. Okay, so look at that. Pay attention to the ending in plural. Okay, this is masculine, but it ends in ot. It's supposed to be mikomim, but that is wrong translation. Okay, even though it ends in ot, which is feminine, it is still masculine. So it means the word makom is irregular noun. All right, it is an irregular noun. Okay, next is nefesh. Okay, nefesh is very important. Okay, because we will discuss that. Okay, in our next passage, because the word nefesh could be a soul or it could be a person. That's why you have to understand this, why it is a person. Okay, I thought Adam is a person or mankind, yeah. But the word nefesh, which originally is soul, is the real you. That's the real you. So that when God created Adam and Eve, God created him as a nefesh. As a nefesh. Okay? And then nefashot is the plural. And then the word pair is nefesh, which is soul. Okay, so originally when God created Adam, he was a nefesh. And then in Genesis chapter 2:7, you can see that and the and the man became a living soul. And the man became a living nefesh. Okay, living nefesh. Because he was not a living nefesh. He was a dead nefesh. Later on, when God breathed the breath of life, he became a living nefesh. Okay, and then odd. Odd is again, still, another, yet, more. Okay, that is just like odd. It means just like again. Say it again, odd. Okay, and then it's ayin. Ayin means I. Okay, feminine. But we have two eyes. Okay, that's why Einayim. Okay, ayin and then Einayim. Okay, then Ain is what you call the word pairs. Okay, and there's a different changes in vowels. And then panim is your face or faces. It's either masculine or feminine, depends upon the usage. Okay, and then it's a name of a person, Raquel, okay, which is Rachel. And then Sar is commander, chief, masculine, or prince. Okay? And then Sarim. Sarim is the plural. Okay? You know, sometimes we call Sar as, we translate it as prince, like Sar Shalom. Sar Shalom, prince of peace. Sar Shalom, and the feminine for that is Sarah. Okay, the feminine is Sarah. Okay, these are some notes. Okay. Okay, the word we have already discussed it, but I want you to talk about this idiom. Okay, when we say, okay, let's start here. Al-yad. It means next to or near. And then hakol. Hakol means everything. Remember that kol is all, right? Hakol is everything. So an idiom is a phrase that convey an idea which may be different from the literal meaning of the words it uses. Every language has its idiom, and Biblical Hebrew is no exception. We will introduce some of the most commonly used idiom along with the chapter vocabulary in which the word pairs, which the words appear. Okay, so you're supposed to have a quiz, but there is no quiz. So this is what I was telling you a while ago. Okay, so Genesis 2:7. So let's read this. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathe into his nostril the breath of life. The breath of life. The breath of life, of course, represents the ruach in Hebrew. And a man became a living soul. So the man became a living soul. So the word soul here was translated as nefesh. Okay? Okay? Vayihi ha-adam linefesh chaya. Okay, chaya. So, vayihi ha-adam linefesh kaya. So, and the man became, and the man was. That's either, okay, remember that the word used here is became, but it is uh, yihi, vayihi. Okay, it should be, and the man was. Okay, and the man became a living. That is what's uh, nefesh. And remember that God formed a man, and man is a soul. It's a nefesh. Okay, it didn't say, and the man became a living man, or the man became a living soul. Okay, or a man became a living man. Okay, Ha-Adam, okay, became a living soul. So that's the same thing in Genesis chapter 9:4. But you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is its blood. Okay? It says here that ak bazar. Okay? Ak bazar. Uh, binapsyo. Okay? The same thing is nefesh. Okay? The same thing is nefesh. Okay? Damolo to kelu. Okay, it's this here. It tells us that you shall not eat flesh with its life. Okay, the life here is talking about binapsyo. Binapsyo. So the life is nefesh. Okay, so this is what the Bible. So when we say, uh, mm, you shall not eat flesh with its life. You shall not eat flesh with its soul. Okay, because the life is where the soul is. So you cannot separate life and blood. Okay, the blood is the soul, is the life. And the life is nefesh. So the life is soul. And where the blood, there. So that's the reason why God doesn't want people to eat blood. Because the blood is the life. And the life is the nefesh. And the nefesh is the soul. Okay. All right. So those are insight. Okay, those are insight about the nefesh. Okay, Hebrew word. So now let's go to our main topic. Okay, the Hebrew word pairs construct chain. In both English and the Hebrew, a noun can be used to describe another noun. Okay, in English, the word of is often used when two nouns should be two nouns, are joined in this way. Okay, example, a king. He is a king, but you have to describe him as a king. How do you describe him as a person or as a king? He's a king of peace. So the description there, he's a king of peace. That's why we have two nouns. Okay, one noun describing by another noun. Okay, he is a king of peace. And then he is a man. What kind of man is he? He's a man of war. He's a man of war. Okay? Mm. In Hebrew noun, word pairs or construct chain. Okay, because some book call it word pairs. Some book called it construct chain. Okay, that's why you have to know the two terms, why it is word pairs, or sometimes you say construct chain, because that is just the same. Only that some book use word pairs, some book use construct chain. Okay. The two nouns are usually joined without adding a word between them. Okay, in Hebrew, because in English, we have a king of peace. But in Hebrew, there is no of. Okay? There is not equivalent for of. Okay, that's why we call it word pairs or construct chain. Okay? So the first word of the word pair should be translated with of following it. Okay, example. Okay, a word of a king. So originally, it is a word means the bar. But if you will make it as a construct chain, if you will put another noun after the word, you have to change it. Okay, and make it a construct chain. Okay, the bar instead of saying the bar. Okay? Dibar Melek. So if it is Dibar Melek, it means it is a word of a king. But if it is Dabar Melek, it means a word a king. Okay? It's not word of a king. It is a word a king if it is Dabar. Okay, that's why you have to pay attention on the first word of the word pairs, because it is on the first word of the word pair that um, tell, okay, that can tell if it is a word pair or not. Number two, a daughter of a king. Okay, a daughter of a king. So this is Bat Melech. So for Bat, there is no changes of the first word. Okay, which we will discuss later, because uh, some word of the construct does not change, or others are changed. All right, like the bar changed, but this one, but Melech, there's no changes. Okay, a king of peace. So there's no changes for Melech Shalom. Melech Shalom, there's no changes. And then a man of war, there's no changes. Ish Milkama. Okay, only the bar has changed, because uh, this is actually regular. Okay, but you know, some change, some does not change. Okay, so how to recognize a word pairs? Okay, so this is it. So the first rule, some words do not change when they appear as the first word of the word pair, like what happened to Melech, Melech Shalom, and Ish Milkama. Okay, a man of war. Okay, but some words change their vowels when they appear as the word pair, as the first word of the word pair. Example, okay, a house. A house is bayit. But if it is a house of, it means bait. Okay? What is the next word? Is slaves. It is plural, so it means abadim. Okay? A house of slaves. Bait, bet, bet, abadim. Now, let us say this is singular. Okay? This is singular. So, the same thing. Bet, ebed. Because abadim is plural. So singular is ebed, so bet, ebed. So only the first word will change. Okay? So a sample is a word. Okay, the word is dabar. Okay, so a word of, it means dibar. Okay, so this is translated as a word of, but this is translated as dabar. Okay? Divar melek, a word of. Again, if we say dabar melek, a word a king, that's how you will translate that. Okay, a field, sade. Okay, a field of war. So there is changes. Side. Okay, side. Okay, side milkama. Okay, side milkama. A field of war. So this is what we call the construct. So the first word is the construct, and the second word is absolute. When we say absolute, no changes. But it is on the first word or the construct that change or sometimes do not change. That's why you should know if the word can be changed or not. Okay. Again, we will have a list of that, a chart. Okay, so the third, okay, so the third rule in word pairs, number three is when a regular noun that ends in hey. So again, ending in hey, okay, again, because it is a special type of verb, is the first word. Okay, let me read again. When a singular noun that ends in hey is the first word of the word pair. Okay, the hey changes to tav. This may also be vowel changes. Okay, example, a beast. Okay, what is the word for Hebrew word for a beast? Behema. Behema. Okay, so it is a word. Now, look at that. A beast of. It means behemoth. Behemoth. So, draft off the hay and then change it to tav. And then change the vowels. Okay, instead of behema, it is behemoth. Okay, behemoth sade. So it means a field of sade. The second one is a family. What is a family? Okay, mishpacha. Mishpacha. Okay. Now, if it is mishpacha, family of, it means mishpachat, mishpachat akim. Okay, Mishpachat Akim, brothers. Family of a family of brothers. Okay, and then the third one is a woman or wife. Isha. Isha. All right? And then a wife of or a woman of. It means Eshet. Eshet. Eshet is a woman of a man. Okay, if it is Isha ish, it means a woman, a man. But if it is Eshet ish, a woman or a wife of a man. All right? That's it. So the last word of the word pair always remained unchanged. So this is never changed, but it always the first word that changed. That's why you have to pay attention to the first word. All right, we have a sample of that. Okay, in Numbers 3:21, mishpaka. So it means mishpakat. What is mishpakat? Mishpakat is family. All right, but mishpakat, family of. Okay, Hagershumi. Hagershuni. You Gershon. Remember Gershon family. Okay, in the book of Numbers. Okay, okay. Mishpakat Hagershuni. Gershuni. Okay, another one in Joshua 8:1. So look at that. This is Torah Moshe. So instead of saying Torah Moshe, okay, it is Torah Moshe. It means law of Moses. Okay, law of Moses or the law of Moses because Moses is definite. Okay, so if it is Torah Moshe, it means law Moshe. Law, Moshe. There is no of if it is Torah. But if it is Torah, Moshe, it means law of Moses. Okay? So this one is Chereb Gideon. Chereb Gideon. Okay? Ben Yoash. So this is sword of Gideon. Sword of Gideon. So look at that. You will always find this hyphen representing that the words are word pairs. Okay? So we have sample here. These are the common word pairs in Hebrew Bible, singular. Okay, house of bread. This is Bethlehem, daughter of Zion. Okay, daughter of Zion, Bat Zion. Remember that these are singular. Because when we say daughters of Zion, okay, you will change, of course. It's no longer Bat. Okay, Banot. Remember Banot. But we will study that later. Okay, man of God. Ish Ha-Elohim. Ish Ha-Elohim, which is man of God. Prince of Peace. Sar Shalom. Sar Shalom. And then Tabernacle of David. Okay, Sukkot. Sukkot. Okay, remember that this is Sukkah. Okay, originally it was Sukkah. Now, because it is a word pair, you will change the Sukkah to Sukkat. Sukkat David. Okay? And then house of God. Bet Elohim. Bet Elohim. Law of Moses. Okay, Torat Moshe. Torat Moshe. Okay, so these are word pair with no changes in the word pair form. So I will give you, so these are the words, okay? And you need to, not to memorize, but just to remember. Okay, to remember. Okay, for ish, the same thing, ish. For eres, the same thing, eres. For bat, daughter, bath, daughter. Daughter of, daughter of, okay? For Derek, way, road, Derek, way of, road of. Mountain, Har, mountain of, the same thing. Yom, day, Yom, day of. All right? Lev, heart, Lev, heart of. Lechem, lechem, bread of. Melech, king, Melech, king of. And the next one, okay, Mela is Naar, young man. Naar, young man of. Okay. Ebed, servant. Ebed, servant of. Ir, city. Ir, city of. People. People of. Call, voice. Call, voice of. Rosh, head. Rosh, head of. Shem, name. Shem, name of. Sha'ar, gate. Sha'ar, gate of. So those are word pairs with no changes in word pair form. Okay, remember that all of them must be on the first word of the word pairs. There is no changes. Okay. If they become the second, let us say they become the second, no problem. Everything is exactly the same. Okay, so look at this word with vowel changes in the word pairs. What are the word? Example, ab. Okay, ab. Remember that they are on the first word of the word pairs. Ab, father. But look at that, abi, father of. Okay, father of. And then Adon, Adon, Lord. And then this one is Adon, Adon. So instead of long it became a short Adon, Adon. Okay, and then Ak, brother, Aki, Aki. So have you noticed that there is changes? Abi, Adon, Aki. All right, brother of. Okay, changes in vowels. And then this is Bayit, house, and then it became Bet, house of. And then Ben, okay, Ben, son, it became Ben, okay, son of. Okay, Dabar, word became Dibar, word of. All right, Yad, hand, it's Yad, okay, Yad, like Yad Sarah. Okay, you know, in Jerusalem, we have what we call Yad Sarah. Yad Sarah is just like a organization that house, it's just like a nursing home. Okay, and the name is Yad Sarah, and it's so huge, big, because it's a government organization, and we call it Yad Sarah, and there are many Filipinos working there in Yad Sarah. That's why I know it. Okay. And coal, all, every, and then it become coal. Okay, all of. Okay, lebab, heart. And then libab. Okay, libab in heart of. Okay, mishpat is judgment. Okay, and then mishpat, the same thing, judgment. So again, only changes. Okay, and then side, in field of, and then shalom. Okay, shalom. Okay, so peace of mind. Okay, shalom. Okay, so definite word pairs. Okay, let's analyze this. What is this definite word pairs? Okay, the first word of the word pair never appear in a definite form. So it never appear in definite form. It always as is. Okay, it never had a ha. Okay, attached to the beginning of the word. So if it is a word pair, you cannot find ha in the beginning of the first word. It is the second word of the word pair can be definite or indefinite. That's why when you analyze a word pair, you have to look at the second word. Okay, because it is the second word that will determine if the word pair is definite or indefinite. Example, a man of war. So all of this is an indefinite. Ish milkama. Ish milkama. Okay? The house of bread. So it means this is a definite. But look at the Hebrew. Beit Halechem. Instead of saying Habet Lechem, all right, you will say it Beit Halechem. Okay? So when we say Bethlehem, it is house of bread or a house of bread. But if you say the house of bread, it means Beit Halechem. That's why you have to put your attention here on the second word pair. When the second word pair of the word pair is indefinite, the entire word pair is indefinite, like what happened to here. Okay, sample. A house of bread. Okay, so of course it is Bet Lechem. Okay, a house of bread or a house of a bread. Bet Lechem. All right. Okay, so look at this, the third rule. When the second word of a word pair is definite, okay, the entire word pair is definite. Okay, the first word pair of definite pair is translated with the, even though it does not have a ha attached to the beginning of the word pair. Example, okay, the master of everything instead of ha'ad, okay, ha'adon, instead of saying ha'adon, it means adon hakol. So it means it is definite. It is definite. So the translation of this is the master of everything, not a master of the everything. That is wrong translation. So the da must be translated, must come first. That represents that it is a definite word pair. The second one, the land of the people, Eres Ha'am. Okay? The land of the people instead of saying Ha'eres Am, but it is Eres Ha'am. The third one, the son of the king, Ben Halekem. Okay? Ben Halekem instead of Ben Melech, sorry. Instead of saying instead of saying Ha Ben Melech, it is Ben Hamelech. All right. Then letter D, the name of the person or the people and places are always definite. Okay, definitely. Okay. The wife of Abraham. Okay, the wife of Abraham. Eshet Abraham. Okay, Eshet Abraham. And you don't have to put ha-Abraham. Because Abraham is a name of a person, and it is already definite, and it is always definite. Okay, Eshet Abraham. If it is Ish Abraham, it means a wife Abraham, not a wife of. That's why you have to change Ish to Eshet. All right. The king of Egypt, the same thing. Melech Mitzrayim. Okay, we know that Mizraim is a definite, it's a proper noun, and it's always definite. That's why Melech Mizraim, not Hamelech Mizraim. Okay, but Melech Mizraim. Okay, the daughter of David, but David. But David, it is daughter of David, not but Hadavid or Habat David. All right, clear, huh? Definite word pair idioms. Okay, these are prepositional praise. Okay, the idiom Biderek Yerushalayim. Okay, Biderek Yerushalayim means on the road to Jerusalem. Okay, on the road to Jerusalem. Example, he went on the road to Jerusalem. Okay, so who halak biderek Moab? Who halak biderek Moab? So he went. Okay, so he is third person singular. The verb should be third person singular. Okay, he halak biderek Moab. On the way or on the road to Moab, biderek. Okay, because when we say biderek, it is prepositional. Okay, on the road to Moab. It is prepositional at the same time. It is what? Word pairs. Okay? Hu halak biderek Moab. So instead of li Moab, okay? Biderek, okay, biderek li Moab. No, it is wrong to say li Moab. Okay, because it should be biderek Moab because it is word pairs. All right? Okay, word pairs in sentence. Okay, let's use the word pairs. So the first thing that we studied is word pair with the prepositional phrase. The next one is word pairs in sentences. Okay, when a word pairs are used as a subject of a sentence. Okay, remember the sentence is a subject, predicate, or sometimes object, or sometimes subject and predicate. That's a complete thought. Okay? When a word pairs are used as a subject of a sentence, the verb must agree with the first word of the word pairs. Okay? So you have to check what the first word of the word pair because it gives you whether it is um, first person, second person, third person, singular or plural, feminine or masculine. All right? Like the sun. Okay? So remember the son. Okay? The son, but of the king. Okay? So the subject here is the son. And then this son is being described as the son of the king. So it means it is a word pair. Okay? And definite. Okay? Because of this. The king. All right? Walk. So, okay, Ben Hamelech. Okay, Ben Hamelech because the son of the king. Okay, Ben Hamelech halak. So Ben is a singular third person. So the verb should be singular third person. Ben Hamelech halak. Or just remove this, Ben halak. Alright? But it so happened that the sentence is a word pair. So you have to do it this way. Ben Hamelech halak. Okay? So the second sentence is the daughter. Okay, that's the same thing. The daughter of the king walked. But Hamelech, this is third person feminine. So the verb should be third person feminine. All right. But Hamelech halka. All right. The next is the brother of the kings walk. So this time is it plural? No. Is the subject plural or singular? Okay. It's still singular because the first word of the word pair is singular. So if it is singular, it is singular. Okay. So look at the sentence. Aki ha milakim. Okay. Not ak, because this is word pair. All right. Aki hamilakim. Okay. The son of the king. Aki hamilakim halak. That's the same thing because this is brother. This is the subject, brother. This is the subject, Aki. Okay. And it so happened that ak, the subject is ak. But this is a word pair, so you will supply Aki Hamelek. Oh, Hamilakim. Halak. All right? So I hope you understand this. Ben Hamelek halak, but Hamelek halka, Aki Hamilakim halak. Because Aki is a third person singular and the beginning of the word pair is singular. Okay? So that is your subject. Aki Hamilakim. Okay, so next, let's go to another rule. When the word pairs are used as an object, okay, so this time the first one is preposition, the second is, look at this is a subject, and now this is an object of a sentence. So if it is an object of the sentence, the entire word pair must be preceded by et if the word pair is definite. All right. So a sample. So pay attention to that if the word pair is definite. Okay. How do we know if the word pair is definite? If there is a the. Okay. So example in English. He saw a son of a king. He saw a son of a king. So it is definite or indefinite? Okay. This is indefinite. Okay. He saw a son. So who ra'a ben Melech. Okay? Who, that's he, ra'a, this is third person singular. Okay? Perfect. Who ra'a ben Melech? He saw a son of a king. How about this one? He saw the son of the king. Okay, he saw the son of the king. Who ra'a? So this is still the same. Who ra'a? Who ra'a because the son is still the subject, the object. Who ra'a et Ben Hamelech. Who ra'a et Ben Hamelech. Okay? It means uh, this is the last. Okay, those are the last. Okay, the last is the Melech. It represents the definiteness of the sentence. Okay, the king. Right? So he saw the son of David. So David is already a definite because it's a proper noun. So it means the entire sentence must be definite. Okay. Hura'a et. The same thing here. Hura'a et Ben Hamelech. But this time, Hura'a et Ben David. Okay. Et Ben David represents that the sentence is definite. Okay. Word pair is string. Okay, so this is string. When we say string, it means it has not only two, three, four, or five word pairs. Okay, the man of Abraham, of Moab, of Jerusalem, of Eres. Okay, that's one. Of. All right. So more than two nouns can be joined together to form a word pair strings. And the last word remain unchanged. The last word, remember that, that will determine if it is definite or indefinite. Okay. When the last word of the word pair is definite, the entire string is definite. But when the last word of the word pair string is indefinite, the entire string is indefinite. All right. So example, a word of a wife of a king. Okay. So first of all, you have to check that a king is a indefinite. So when we say indefinite, it means it is indefinite. Okay. A word, it is dibar. Okay. So it means from the beginning, you have to conjugate it already or to parse it right away. Okay. Dibar eshet. Okay, what is the original word for the bar? The bar. What is the original word for Eshet? Ish. Okay, Melek. Okay, the bar Eshet Melek. Okay, a word of a wife of a king. So what is the main subject here? A word. A word. Okay, but how do you determine if it is indefinite? Melek or a king. Because Melek is indefinite. So it means from the beginning, it must be definite. I sorry, indefinite. Okay, look at the second. The word of the wife of the king. Okay, so you can see that all of them has the, the. So it means it is definite. Okay, so the bar eshet hamelek. All right, Dibar, Eshet, Hamelek. Remember that Ha will only put at the last word of the word pairs, and word pair is three. So even though they are one, two, three, or one, two, or one, two, three, four, you have to put the Ha at the last word of the word fair is three, not on this second or third, especially much more in the first, because we don't put ha on the first. Okay? So instead of saying Hadivar, Haeshet, Hamelech, all right, that is very, very awkward if you are a Jewish speaker or Hebrew speaker. Okay? So it means Dibar Eshet. Okay, Divar Eshet Hamelech. It means the word of of the wife of the king, because the king is definite. So who is that king? We know that if it is Hamelech, it means he is the definite king. He is the king of Jerusalem, or he is the king of Israel, he is the king of Egypt, the king of Moab. All right, so it means it is definite. Now let's next look at that, the last word. The word of the wife of the king of Moab. Okay, so how many? One, two, three, four. Okay, so Moab is definite. It is definite. It means this is a definite word pair strings. Even though you cannot find, look, you cannot find the ha, because not saying ha Moab, because it's Moab. Moab itself is is a proper noun and a definite. Okay, Dibar Eshet Melek Moab. Okay, Divar Eshet Melek Moab. So look at that on the third on the previous sentence. Okay, Dibar Eshet Hamelek. Well, because he is the last. But in here, okay, king is not the last, but Moab. And Moab is already definite. So you will drop off the ha here. Okay, because this will determine if the word pair is definite. All right. Okay, so all of those, they are only simple, right? Very pashot. Very pashot. Simple, simple. All right, now, a difference between uh, Shama'et and Shama Bikol. Okay, Shama'et and Shama Bikol. What is Shama here? All right. What is Bikol? Okay, Bikol is, okay, like invoice, okay? Be or to voice or to voice. Okay, because this is prepositional. This is prepositional. Okay, usually the word shama with a definite direct object is followed by et. Okay? He heard the voice of Abraham. Okay? He heard the voice of Abraham. Who shama et kol. Okay? So he heard a voice. What did he hear? He heard a voice. Okay? Who shama et kol. Kol of Abraham. Okay? Who shama et kol Abraham. So it means this is the direct object. Okay? This is the direct object. Okay? Who shama And then who is the subject? Shama is the verb, predicate. And then et kol Abraham is the object. All right. Now, however, according to our rule, when Shama is followed by bikol, okay, it means listen to or hearken to, take voice of, which often implies obedience and can be translated as obey. All right. So let's see again. He listened to the voice of Abraham. By the way, when you translate the word Shama, okay, when you translate the word Shama, okay, you have to check if there is, it should be translated as heard or listen. Okay, when you use the word listen or heard, okay, you need to translate it properly. Okay, don't just translate is heard or listen because sometimes in English it is awkward to say he heard to the voice or right? No, he listened to the voice. Okay, so he heard the voice. Okay, not he heard to the voice, but he listened to the voice. Okay, so he listened to the voice of Abraham. Okay, who shama, Bikol, Abraham. Okay, so that's the same thing. Look at that. Look at the difference. Hushama et kol Abraham. Okay, he heard the voice. Okay, but in here, Hushama bikol, not et kol, but bikol. For bikol, it means it is prepositional. But et kol, it means it is not prepositional. Okay, it means the voice, but here prepositional. Okay. Hushama be called Abraham. Okay. Another sentence here. He hearkened to the voice of Abraham. He hearkened to the voice of Abraham. All right. And then look at this. According to our this is the easiest way of translating it. He obeyed Abraham. He obeyed Abraham. All right. So Shama Bikol is just one word. He obeyed. He obeyed Abraham. But that is very hard, very awkward very awkward translation. Okay, but of course we want to obey it word for word, right? So that we can easily and we can fully understand what word is that? What word is that? Like Hushama Bikol Abraham. He heard to the voice of Abraham. That's the same thing that Hishama et kol Abraham. He heard the voice of Abraham. All right. Okay, so this is your first exercise, which you will translate today. Okay, you will post it to our classroom, or you will email it to me. Okay, you have to email it to me. Okay, because I already already my email. Okay, so you just email your answer to me or post it to our classroom. So, what is the requirements? Translate from Hebrew to English. Translate from Hebrew to English. Okay, so what number one? Rosh Ir Moshe. Kol Abi Abraham. Leb Eshet David. Number four, Shem ben Melech Mitzrayim. Number five, Behemat bet bat Abraham. Behemat bet bat Abraham. Number six, Kol Mishpat Haares. Kol Mishpat Haares. Number seven, Yad Haadon. Yad Haadon. Number eight, Yad Moshe. Yad Moshe. Number 9, Lev Naar. Lev Naar. Number 10, Lev Naara. Lev Naara. Number 11, Rosh Habihema. Rosh Habihema. So you have to translate properly. Okay? Whether it is definite or indefinite word pair. And then another exercises that you would be doing is this one. from 1 to 11. Translate from English to Hebrew. All right, so you will write it in Hebrew letters. Okay, a man of a mountain, the man of the mountain, a word of peace, the name of the servant, the wife of Moses, the voice of the daughter, the father of the sons of Israel, the field of Abraham, the family of the brothers, the house of the kings of Moab, all of the women of Jerusalem. So all of these are your exercises to be submitted today, okay, which is, of course, October, which is October 7, okay, October 7 from 8 to 11. So you will submit it before 11 o'clock. Okay, because when I touch down to Israel, I don't know, or I think I can see it from my airport, from my plane, whether you submit it or not. Okay, now let's go to word pairs plural. Okay, so this time it is plural, and plural is pasyot. It is very simple. Okay, we're done with singular. Okay, now we will proceed to plural. Okay, the plural. Word pairs, plural. Word pairs, plural. So by the way, you have to remember and memorize your vocabulary, huh? Because on your quizzes, next meeting or next meeting, all of those vocabularies, okay, your weekly quizzes will always be taken from your previous vocabularies. All right. Okay, so let's go to word pairs, plural. Many plural nouns change their forms when they are the first word of Hebrew word pairs. Okay? Always remember that the second word of the word pairs remain unchanged. Whether it is uh, singular or plural, the second does not change. Okay? Now, whether it is singular or plural, the first changes. Okay, the first sentence changes. So, plural nouns ending im. Okay, remember that it is im, it is masculine. When a plural noun that ends in im is the first word of the word pair, the im changes to a. Okay? Sometimes there are additional vowel changes in the word pair. Example, okay? Gates, shi'arim. Okay? What is the singular for gate? Sha'ar. Okay? Sha'ar. Okay? Now this time for plural, it is shi'arim. But what will happen if you will make it as a word pair? Example, gates of a city. So it means the sha'arim or shi'arim became sha'arei. Sha'arei ir. Okay, if it is shi'arim, it is gates. If it is sha'arei, it is gates of a city. Okay, city is indefinite. So it means it is an indefinite, even though it is plural, it is indefinite uh, uh, word pair. And then look at that, even though it is singular, okay, it is singular, but is still plural because gates of a city. So it means in that city, there are many gates. That's why gates of a city. Okay, that's the idea. Number two is sons. Sons is banim. What is the singular for sons? Son, of course. Ben. All right, Ben. Okay, and what is the word pairs for banim, plural? Sons of a family, it means binay. So banim became binay. That's the same thing with sha'arim became sha'arei. Okay, sha'areir. Binay, mishpacha. Okay, sons of a family. Sons of a family, binay. Sha'arei. All right. Another one is people. People is anashim. Okay. What is man? One example is, okay, people is ish, or it is ish. All right. And then the people of Egypt. Okay. Anashay instead of anashim. Okay. Anashay Mitzrayim. Okay. Look at that. The people of Egypt, because Mitzrayim is a what? Proper noun. It is definite. Okay. Mitzrayim. Okay. The hands. Hands. What is hands? Yadayim. Yadayim. But what is the singular for hands? Hand. It is yad. Okay, yad. So, yadayim becomes yide. Yide Moshe. The hands of Moshe. Okay, why it is the hands? It became definite because Mitzrayim and Moshe are proper noun and therefore definite. Okay, we have sample of this. Okay, we have sample in Ezekiel 48. Sha'arei ha'ir. Okay, what is Sha'arei ha'ir? That's the same thing. Gates of a city. Okay, okay. Sha'arei ha'ir, gates of the city, because it became definite. But our sample here is indefinite. Okay, our sample here is in the gates of a city. But here is Sha'arei ha'ir, gates of the city. Okay, the other one is Sha'ar Yehuda. Okay, so this is Sha'ar Yehuda. This is gate. Okay, gate of Judah. Gate of Judah. All right. Okay, another one is Binay in Genesis 22, 32. Binay Israel. Binay Israel. Okay, because this is children or sons of Israel. Okay. Binay, not banim, not banim. Okay. The same thing with not Sha'arim. Sha'arim ha'ir. No. It is Sha'arei ha'ir. Binay Yisrael. Not banim Yisrael, but Binay. Dali lang, like simple, very pasyot. Okay po, so plural nouns ending in ot. Okay, so this time ending in ot because the first one is ending in im. Now let's go to ending in ot. So when we say ending in ot, it could be feminine. All right? It could be feminine or a masculine with irregular noun. Okay? When a plural noun ending in ot is the first word of the word pair, the first word of the word pair, the ot ending remains. Often there are vowel changes in the rest of the word. I see. Okay, so if it is ending in ot, which is plural, it means there is no changes. Oh, it means easy, like families. Mishpakot. Okay, mishpakot. All right, but look at become word pair. If the families or mishpakot became word pair, families of a nation. Look at that, mishpakot, because the pakot became sheva. The a became sheva. So it means mishpakot, mishpakot instead of saying mishpakot mishpakot Why? Well, because of a proper pronunciation. All right, because of the pronunciation by the people with that mother tongue, because that's the mother tongue. All right, so mishpichot Well, because Hebrew is not our mother tongue, so we don't appreciate it. But for them, you need to emphasize it. Okay, because they understand each other. All right. Okay, so the name one is Shemot. Look at Shemot. Okay, but if it is word pair, names of son, Shemot, Banim. Shemot instead of Shemot. Shemot, Banim. What is Banim? Sons. Okay, Sons. Now, if the son is on the first word of the word pair, it is not banim. Binay. Okay, binay. Like what happened here. Binay, Israel. Because the banim is on the first letter, first word of the word pair. All right. So this is on the second, so it means there is no changes. Okay. Shemot banim. Okay. So look at that. Daughters. Okay. Binot. Binot. Okay. Binot, daughters of a father. Okay. So binot ab. Binot ab. Instead of banot. Okay. Instead of banot. And then fathers. Abot. Okay. What is the singular for bat? For banot? But what is the singular for abot? Av. Okay, av. Okay, in Aramaic. So when we say av, it is Hebrew. But if it is Aramaic, abba. Abba is Aramaic. It's not Hebrew. Okay? The Hebrew word for father is ab. Okay, but the plural is abot. Okay, so the fathers of the nation, abot ha'am. Abot abot. It's not abot, but abot because of the changes in, look at that. Look at the vowels. Okay. So we have our samples. Okay. Everything that we supplied for you. Okay. Everything that is biblical. Huh? You can say that, you can see that from the Bible, or like Binot, Zion. Okay. What is Binot Zion? Daughters of Zion. Daughters of the Father. But in here, Binot Zion, daughters of Zion. Okay? Okay, another one. Okay, Binot Yehuda. Okay, in Psalm 97:8, Binot, daughters of Judah. Okay, Binot Yehuda. So look at that. There is hyphen there. It represents that these are word pairs. Okay, that these are word pairs. All right. So look at the third one. Okay, Psalm 22:28. Okay, it's not 2000. Okay. Mishpachot. Kol mishpachot goyim. Okay, so this call is also included in the word pair. That's why it is a word pair strings. Kol mishpachot goyim because they are hyphenated. I think there is still continuation here. Bnei Yehuda, I don't know, maybe Israel. Okay. The children or the sons of Judah, of Israel. Okay. Mishpaka, okay. Mishpakot, Goyim. Okay. Kol, Mishpakot, Goyim. So this is word pair strings. All right. So there are some familiar names. Okay. So the Hebrew letter ta is often written in English as the instead of ta. Ta. The, ta. Okay, so let's, according to our materials, these are some common names. Okay, probably to the Hebrew people. Or, yeah, because we have what we call Binay Berit. Binay Berit. Okay, Binay Berit means, of course, it is sons of, what's that? Sons of covenant. Binay. Okay, Binay. Okay, but it is translated Binay. But it's actually Binay Berit. Okay, Binay Berit. Okay, what is Berit? Covenant. Okay, this is a covenant, but this is sons of. Number one, Bet Shalom, house of peace. Bet Shalom, Bet Shalom. Like the same thing with Bethlehem. Like the third one, Bethlehem, house of bread. All right. So that's why it says these are the common or the most familiar. So among the Jewish people, they always talk about Berit, B'nai Berit, B'nai Shalom, Bet Shalom, Bet Lechem. Okay. Definite word pairs. Okay. So again, you are in plural. Okay. Remember that the entire word pairs is indefinite when the last word is indefinite. Okay, remember the last word is indefinite. It means all is indefinite. It is definite when the last word is definite. All right. So the first word of the word pair should be translated with the when the last word is definite. Remember that the names of the people and places are definite. So again, this is just a review because it is in plural form. Okay, so let's have a sample again. Shem-Ir. Shem-Ir. Okay, a name of a city. A name of a city. Shem-Ir, because this is a singular. Okay, now another one. Shem-Ha'ir. Shem-Ha'ir, it means the name of the city. Okay, not Hashem Ha'ir. Okay, that is not the proper way. It should be Shem Ha'ir, the name of the city. And then look at that. Suppose the names became plural. Names of a city. Okay, Shimot. Instead of saying Shem. Shimot Ir. That's the same thing. No changes in the second. And then the names of the city. Shimot Ha'ir. Okay? For the first sentence, it is indefinite but plural. For the second sentence, it is definite and plural. Okay? The names of the city. Okay? Shimot Ha'ir. Next one, the sons of a king. Binay Melech. Binay Melech. But if it becomes definite, the sons of the king, Binay Hamelech. Okay, so again, on the second word of the word pairs. Okay, the hand of Moses, Yad Moshe, Yad Moshe. And then the hands of Moses, Yidei Moshe, Yidei Moshe. Because from Yad, singular, to Yidei, to plural. Okay? But we don't have to put Hamoshe. Okay? We don't have to put Hamoshe. Because we know that Moshe is in itself a proper noun, a definite name. All right. Word pairs in sentence. So again, this time it's plural. Okay? This time it's plural because in singular, we studied this. Okay, already. Now in plural, we will do it again. So when the word pairs are used as a subject of a sentence, plural, the verb must match the first word of the word pairs. All right. Example, I always start from English so that you can easily absorb it. The son of Jacob remembered. The son of Jacob remembered because you're familiar in English. Ben Yaakov Sakar. Ben Jacob, Sakar. Why do we put the? There's no the here because Jacob is definite. The last word, okay? Not sorry, not Sakar, but Jacob. Okay, Jacob, the last word of the word pair. What is the word pair? Ben Jacob. Okay, and then Sakar is the uh, verb or predicate. So what is the subject? Ben Jacob. Ben Jacob is definite because of Jacob. All right? Ben Jacob Sakar. And then plural. Let's change it to plural. The sons of Jacob remembered. Binay Jacob Sakru. Okay? Because the subject here is Binay Jacob. It is word pair. So the Ben, singular, became Binay. And what is the regular plural for Ben? Banim. So the Banim became Binay. Okay? Binay Jacob Sakru. Now let's go to the next one. The daughter of Jacob, or the daughter of Jacob, remembered. Okay? But Jacob Sakra. But Jacob sakra. So it means this is feminine. So the verb should be feminine. All right? All right. So Bat, Jacob, Sakra. Okay. And then the daughters of Jacob remembered. Okay. So the Bat became Banot. Okay. But since it is word pairs, it will be Binot. Binot, Yaakov, Sakra. Okay, Sakra. Why Sakru? Sorry, Sakru. Sakru because this is plural. And this must be plural as well. All right? Okay, number two rules. When the word pairs are used as the object of a sentence, so this time it is an object. A while ago, it is a subject. Okay, it is a subject. Now this time it is an object. So let's make it object. So we already discussed that again in singular. So when the word pairs are used as the object of the sentence, the entire word pairs must be preceded by et if the word pair is definite. Example, Rachel saw sons of the king. So the object here are plural. Okay, the subject is singular, Rachel. The verb is singular. The objects are plural. So you have to pay attention to the plural object. So let's translate. Raquel saw. Okay. Raquel rata. Okay. Rata. Okay. So remember that Raquel is a third person feminine. Okay. So if it is third person feminine, it is okay. So you will apply the rule for raiti. Okay. Raata. Raat. Raa. Rata. All right. All right. So this one. Okay. This one. Shamra. Okay. But if it is ending in raa, it is rata. She was or she saw. Okay. She saw. So because this is haita as our pattern, so you will change it to she raa. Rata. Okay. Raquel, okay, it says here Raquel Raata. Okay, Raquel Raata. Raquel so. Okay, and then this is plural because this is plural, sons of the king. Raquel Raata Binei Melech. What is sons? Banim. But because it is word pair, it became Binei Melech. All right? Okay, so again, all of the words must agree in a sentence. Okay, Raquel saw the sons of the king. So this time, the king. In here, a king. This one, it is the king. So it means definite. All of these are definite because of the ending. So Raquel saw the sons of the king. So Raquel Rata et Binei Hamelech. Et Binei Hamelech. Before, on the first sentence, we do not have et because it is not definite. It is indefinite. But in here, because it is definite, so you have to supply et to represent that this is a direct object. Okay. So I hope we should finish it. So there are inseparable preposition and word pairs. Okay. The preposition is attached to the first word of a word pair. The first word of the word pair is always written as an indefinite noun. Okay, we always emphasize that. We don't put ha, ha, ha on the beginning of the sentence of the word pairs. Okay, its meaning may not be definite. Okay, depending on the last word of the word pair. So again, so we'll focus on the last word of the word pair. Example, in the eyes of a king. So it means it is indefinite. Okay, because it is a king. Now, since it started with preposition, it means it is a prepositional word pair. All right. Look at that. In the eyes. Okay. It means in the eyes. Okay. So when I mean, in eyes. So if it is in eyes, okay, biayin. Okay. In eye, biayin. Okay. Now, because it is word pairs, it means bianay. Bianay. Right? So if it is in eyes, it means biayin. Since it is in eyes of, word pair, bianay, melek. Bianay melek. In eyes of a king. Now let's do the second, which is definite. Okay? In the eyes of the king. So it means because of the king. It is definite, so the translation, of course, is the same. There is no changes. B'nei Hamelech. B'nei Hamelech. So there is additional. Okay. Again, this is prepositional and this is not direct object. It is not subject. It's not, uh, what else? It is not string, but this is prepositional. Okay, that's why in the, or in. Okay, so in the eyes of the king, Bi'enei Hamelech. Okay, then in the eyes of David, Bi'enei David. Okay, so you don't have to put ha. So to the men of Jerusalem, or this time instead of saying B, you will write Li, because two is Li. Li Anashim. Okay, Li Anashim. So to the men, it is plural. What is singular? Ish. And then what is the plural? Anashim. And what is the word pair? Anashe. Anashe. Now, since this is prepositional, it means li'anashe. Okay, li'anashe, Yerushalayim. Okay, again, Yerushalayim is definite. Okay, as the men of Jerusalem. So it means ki'anashe. Ki'anashe, as. Okay, because the other one is two. The second is as. Ki'anashe, Yerushalayim. And then look at the third sentence. From the men of the, it means me. Me anashe or me. Okay? Me anashe, Yerushalayim. Okay? If it is regular me from, it means me or min. Now, since this is word pair, it became me anashe or anshe. Okay? Okay? Me anshe, Yerushalayim. Okay, so this is the summary of the word pairs. Okay, summary of the word pairs is regular. Some words do not change as the first word of the word pair, like ish, no changes. Some word changes only their vowels, the bar, the bar. All right. When when the word ending in hey changes to tab, there may be vowel changes like mishpaka, all right, mishpakot or mishpakat. Okay, so that is for singular. That's only a review. For plural, when the im changes to a, there may be vowel changes. Okay, anashim, anshay. When the ot ending remains, there may be vowel changes. Abot, abot, abot. There are some irregular word pairs formed that do not fit this pattern. Therefore, each word pair is clearly listed in the glossary, which I have given you today. So, look at that. Let's start from the father. Okay, abot, abi, abot. So, singular and then plural. The singular is became abi. Abot is abot. For Lord, Master is Adon, Adonim. Okay? And then Adon. All right? And then for tent, ohel, ohalim, ohel, ohalei. So there is changes. Ohalei. Brother, akh, akim, aki, akay for plural. Okay, for singular, aki. Man, ish, anashim. Ish, anishay. Anishay is the plural. Land, eres, aradsot, eres, ardsot. Okay, for woman, isha, nashim, eshet. Okay, look at that. Nishay, because it is nashim. Nishay. Okay. For animals, behema, behemoth, behemat. For house, bayit, batim, bet, bet, bet. Okay. And then batay. For batim, it's batay. Okay, if it is plural. Sons, ben, banim, ben, binay. So you just continue. Like wilderness, water, so all of this. Okay, wilderness is midbar, mayim, melek. For place is makom, family is mispaka, judgment is mispat, young man is naar, soul is nefesh, slave is eved. And then you have more here. Bat for daughter, davar for word, derek for way or road, har for mountain, hand for yad, or yom for day, kohen for freeze, kol for all vessel, kili, okay. Lev is heart, lechem is bread, ayin for eye. But einayim, okay? Okay, for city is ear, for nation is for face is panim, for voice is call, head is rosh, for peace is shalom, for name is Shem, gate is sha'ar, field is sade, and commander is shar. Okay, so another important lesson, okay, you have to remember this because you will always encounter this in the Hebrew Bible and some of your exercises. Okay, in some of your exercises. Mhm. Okay, so look at this, the direction, the hay of direction. When the ending ha is attached to a word, hey, it indicates the direction or motion toward. Here are words. So look at this. Example, ha-ohel, ha-ohel. The translation for this is the tent. But if you see ha-ohela, ha-ohela. So when you see when there is an additional ha here, ha-ohel, it became ha-ohela. It means toward the tent. Toward the tent, not the tent, but it is toward the tent. Okay, Eretz, example, Eres, again. Okay, Artsa, it means landward or toward the land. Landward or toward the land. Okay, Habayit, and then Habaita, Habaita, homeward or toward the house. Okay, then Hahar, the mountain. But Hahara, Hahara, it means toward the mountain. Okay, toward the mountain. And then Jerusalem, Jerusalem. And then Jerusalema, Jerusalema. Okay, Jerusalema. It means toward Jerusalem, toward Jerusalem. Okay, and other bound for Jerusalem or toward Jerusalem, Jerusalema. Okay, and then Hamidbar. Okay, in here, Hamidbara. Hamidbar is wilderness. Hamidbara is toward the wilderness. Okay, next is Egypt, Mitzrayim. Mitzrayma. Mitzrayma. It's toward Egypt. And then Ha'ir, the city. Ha'ira, cityward or toward the city. and then Sham, there. And then Shamma, Shamma, okay, toward there, or thither, okay, thither. So the head direction is not used with li, L, or li, and may be translated other than toward. Okay, Moses and the children of example. Moses and the children of Moab went to Egypt. Okay, let's translate it. Moses and the children of Moab went to Egypt. Okay. Moshe ubinei. Okay. Moshe ubinei. So remember that u there is end. Okay. This is supposed to be va, but because the next letter is labial ba, it became the va became u. Ubinei. Moshe ubinei. So Moses and the children of Moab. Okay, remember that this is word pair. Moshe and the children of Moab. Okay, halku. Okay, went El Mitzrayim. El Mitzrayim. They went to Egypt. But if we say Moses and the children of Moab went toward Egypt, it's a different translation. Okay, Moshe ubinei Moab halku Mitzrayma. Not El Mitzrayim, but Mitzrayma. So if it is toward Egypt, it's Mitzrayma. If it is went to Egypt or to Egypt, it is El Mitzrayim. El Mitzrayim. Okay? All right, so this is no, this is another translation. Correct Hebrew is not necessarily correct English. Many words which are plural in English appear as collective nouns in Hebrew. Therefore, where you would expect a plural verb form a Hebrew, you may sometimes find a singular verb form. Okay, sometimes it's plural in English, but it's singular in Hebrew. Okay, example. The cattle of Abraham was in the field of Egypt. Okay, but look at the translation. Okay, the better English, the cattle of Abraham were in the field of Egypt. Because in Hebrew, look at that. Okay, behemoth, behemoth is plural. Okay, behemoth. Okay, what is the singular for behemoth? Behemah. Okay, behemah or behema, behema. But here, behemoth, if it is behemoth, it means it is plural. Okay, behemoth Abraham, hayta bishdei Mitzrayim. All right, hayta bishdei Mitzrayim. So it means the animals or the cattle of Abraham. Remember that this is word pair. Okay, the animals or the behemoth, the cattle of Abraham were, because it is hayta. If it is singular, it should be haya. Okay, it should be haya. All right. Okay, so the better English translation is the cattle of Abraham were in the field of Egypt. Okay, so another sample. All of the days made the king a judgment for the nation. Okay. Kol hayom asah melech mishpat laam. Let's read it again. Kol hayom asah melech mishpat laam. So, accordingly, all the days, okay, all the days, okay, lagay ka all the day, okay, all the day, not all the days. All the day, literally, made the king a judgment. Okay, look at that. All the day made the king. Okay, all the day made the king judgment for the nation. But it should be translated according to a better English. All the day, the king made judgment for the nation. Instead of saying all the day made the king, we will translate it as all the day the king made. Okay, the king made, instead made the king. Okay, judgment for the nation. All right, so this is your another exercises. Okay, so you have 3 exercises to be submitted today. Okay, Translate the following phrases paying attention to the use of preposition. Remember that you do not have quiz. This will be your quiz and your exercises. Number one, lihar hamidvar. Lihar hamidvar. Number two, liharei hamidvar. Liharei hamidvar. Number three, miyad Moshe. Number four, mi midday. Midday Moshe. Number five, Bi'einei Rachel. Number six, Ka'ahalei Mitzrayim. Ka'ahalei Mitzrayim. Number seven, Bimei Hamilakim. Bimei Hamilakim. Number eight, Bileb Sarah. Oh, sorry. Bileb Sahav. Bileb Sahav. Number nine, okay, Liadon Hakol. Liadon Hakol. Number 10, Limikom Hamilchama. Limikom Hamilchama. Number 11, Minshei Jacob. Minshei Jacob. Number 12, Likle Haohel. Likle Haohel. So all of these are your to be translated, paying attention to the use of preposition. And this will be your assignment. Okay, this will also be posted to your classroom, but you don't have to answer this because this is your assignment. But all you need to do is to answer this. Okay, this is for plural. Okay, this is for plural. And you have assignment also for singular. Okay, this is your assignment for singular and assignment, and then the second is translation. All right. So may okay. So that ends our class, and as I've said, I posted it to our classroom, and you have to do it on the same day of our class, and you will submit your assignment on the same day of our class. God bless. Let's close it in prayer. Father, we thank you for this day. Thank you, Lord God, for your grace is sufficient for us. Continue to give us wisdom and knowledge, and this is for your glory in Jesus' name. Amen and amen. God bless you all. Bye-bye.